Good evening and warm vibes to you and yours. This is Booked and Blooming. It's a podcast slash YouTube channel hosted by myself, JS, where we're going to set out with the intention to grow together through books. I know the booktube tag is kind of more so young adult fantasy type books, but I want to do what I want to do. So I'm going to do the books that I enjoy. I decided to use this tag as a kind of introduction to both my channel and my podcast, and just to give you some ideas of the books that we're going to be exploring together. Question one of the booktube tag is, why did you start this channel? So I started this channel because I'm really late to the game. I recently discovered the booktuber tag, and yeah, I found some channels that I was enjoying and some new people to subscribe to, and so I subscribed, and now I am joining the booktube community. Because it seems like fun. I wanna talk about books with people. I don't have people in my life to talk about books with, so really, this channel is just an outlet for me to talk about the things that I enjoy. All of the books that I read are pretty much about my hobbies. So that is why I started this channel, to join the booktube community and to talk about the books that I enjoy. Question number two. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to booktube? So kind of hit on this in the answer to number one, but I'm not really doing too much young adult fantasy type books, so that's really what I'm bringing to the game. Diversity in the book selection and as a person. I don't really see anybody who is like me on BookTube, meaning that's into like the metaphysical crystals, chakras, meditation, um, self education, self learning languages, foreign languages. I like to try to grow my own food. I am learning more about it. Plants, and I have house plants. As you can see, we are booked and blooming. Obviously, I like plants as well. Like even alternative relationships, alternative parenting styles. Because I do have a new little baby, so I'm like, trying to learn how to parent him and stuff like that. And I don't really want to do it the, traditional way. Um, so yeah, we're reading books about homeschooling, unschooling, Montessori, Reggio, world schooling. That's what they call it. I'm gonna take you shopping with me and things like that. We're gonna go to bookstores. We're gonna do this. We're gonna online shop. We're gonna do what we do. Okay. Question number three. What are you most excited for about this new channel? Really, the most exciting opportunity for me right now is to find my tribe, to find that there's people that enjoy books, that like really enjoy books and want to talk about it, discuss it. Anybody who resonates with my channel is going to be somebody who's a part of my tribe. You can't be listening to me and watching me find these books on crystals and chakras and root work and um, controlling the mind and meditation and yoga and fitness and all that kind of stuff if you're not interested in it. So we are reading books about vegetarian, like transitioning to that type of lifestyle. So you have to be interested in the things that I'm interested in to really enjoy this channel. That's what I'm excited about, to find people who resonate with me, who are vibing with me. We on the same vibe. That's what the purpose is. That's what the hope is. I'm excited to find y'all, you little weirdos. You out there somewhere. I know. Question four. Why do you love reading? I used to, when I was younger, I used to love reading because I felt like it was an escape. Kind of zone out, go to a different place when you get really immersed into a fictional book. It's a new world. I liked fantasy books mostly. That was that was then. Now I like to read. I love to read because I feel like it's an opportunity to sit in rooms with people that I would never get the opportunity to meet in my real life. So if I can pick up a book and get the life experience of someone who took the time to share that with me, I feel like I can enrich myself in a lot of different ways. Number five, what book or series got you into reading? That would probably be Goosebumps. Back when I was younger, my family and I, we used to read Goosebumps books. We used to like pass it around in a circle and read them together. And at the time, I was really young. I'm the youngest, so I wasn't able to read all that well just yet. But it's what encouraged me to start reading because I wanted to be a part of that. So that's the series. I still like Goosebumps books. I actually have a Goosebumps book in Spanish on my shelf that I haven't read, but I told myself it's like a goal to be able to read that book in Spanish. That's a language goal for me. Question number 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I find that to be a really odd question just because that's what the comments are for. So anything I want to ask, I would ask. I would just type it in the comments and find an answer. But like, how did they find their tribe? Basically, I guess that's what I want to say. How do you find your tribe? How do you maintain consistency? Is something that I would want to know. It would be not so much about books. If I had to sit down and have a one-on-one conversation with these booktubers, but more so about the back end of it and how they how they grow it and all that kind of stuff. So, question number 7. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I don't really think that it's going to be all that hard because I'm already doing something that I enjoy reading. So I guess the hardest thing to overcome will be to be consistent because since I'm just starting out, I don't really know what people even want to see, what they want to hear. I don't even know if there's going to be people who are interested in the books that I'm interested in because, like I said, I do know that this tag itself is traditionally for young adult fiction, fantasy types of series and books and things like that. Continuously finding content because I do have a lot of books, but um, finding a way to make it creative and express my creativity through video editing and things like that. Yeah, I think that'll be challenging, but I don't think it'll be hard to overcome. It'll be a challenge, but it's going to be a fun challenge. I think that'll be nice. Question number 8. When did you start reading? That's okay. So I was a late reader. I'm not even going to say when I started reading for real. But just know that because I was a late reader, I always, nobody actually told me to associate smart or intelligence with reading. But for some reason, I got that in my head when I was younger that smart people read, successful people read, and the fact that I couldn't read was very discouraging for me. So after I got the basics, I took off with my reading and I never looked back. So I started reading. When did I start reading? The answer to that is late. Okay, but I'm reading today. Okay, and that's all that matters. Question number 9. Where do you read? I read anywhere. What? I used to carry a book in my bag everywhere I went. I actually want to start doing that again. I have a Kindle that I is like the perfect size for the size of a bag that I usually carry. So literally read everywhere. I started going places by myself back in 2016. I don't have no friends in real life, y'all. So I go places like I don't do this currently because of life stuff, but I used to go to like restaurants and have dinner by myself and have a book or a Kindle, have a glass of wine. um, I used to go to the library. I used to go to the park. I still go to the park, but I don't sit down and necessarily read in the park. Right now, I read on the sofa, in the bed, on the floor, with some bread. I don't know if it rhymes. Anyway, that's where I read. Question number 10. What kind of books do you like to read? I already answered that. I do want to get more into fantasy type books or just fictional books in general because I used to enjoy fiction and I really don't like watching TV. I feel like TV is just, I don't like to stare at a screen for that long. The books that I enjoy reading, let's see what's literally right here in front of me that I can. This is not really a great example, but it's an easy Spanish reader. It's a graded reader. This is one of the books that took my Spanish comprehension to another level. I'm getting back into my language studies, so we're going to be doing language studies books. Another random book that's right here, and that is meditation. This one, it actually covers more than just meditation. It covers a lot more than just meditation. There's chakras, there's energy, sound healing, group work, preparing to meditate, understanding energy, the energy of color, energy of sound. I mean, you can just tell that I like books that are like metaphysical. I have some books on relationships, polyamory. I have some children's books because I'm building my son's little library, like baby book hauls as well, because I'm being really intentional about the books that I put in his library. We're going to discover it all. Mythology? That's not something I was into before, but I kind of want to get into that. It's interesting to me. I really want to learn about Egypt as well. I want to learn about the Egyptian gods. I want to learn about African history and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, though, I'm rambling now. And that should give you an idea of the types of books that I like to read. You're going to get a pretty good experience because I'm trying to upload at least once a week. Probably the next thing that we're going to do is a book haul, or I'm going to show my shelf. I don't know. What should I do? That's a good question. If you have an answer to that, you could probably leave it in the comments because what types of books would you like to see my collection on? I can probably show my shelves in a YouTube short. I'll show my shelves and let me know. So I'm going to start doing the 12-week year. I'm going to start reading that. Well, I've already started reading it, but I'm going to start over so we can read it together and actually plan our 12-week year together and become productive and change our lives. I felt like that would be a good book to start with. It encompasses what this channel and podcast is really about, which is growing through books. In the 12-week year, you're going to change your mindset. You can look at the concept of time a little differently. So, holding ourselves accountable over here, I want to say I've been talking for a long time, but this is Booked and Blooming. So thank you for coming. My name is JS. That is JS, like the letter J, the letter S. But yeah, this is JS. And thank you for listening. I hope you subscribe. I hope you come back. I hope you hit like. I hope you leave me a comment. I would really like to know what about my channel, what about this video, what about this episode is resonating with you. You can go on anchor.fm to leave me a voice comment, and I can actually add it in and answer, and we can have a little conversation through here. All of this stuff will be in the links below this video or in the show notes if you're listening to this podcast. So I think that's it. Oh, I need to find a nice little outro, like a nice little thing to say when we say goodbye. Um, because it's not really goodbye. But I'll see you.